All right. We are continuing to take your call, 617-830-4750. Who is on with me today?
Hey, Dave, it's Andrew.
Andrew, how are you? You're the last caller today, so I know you're going to have an absolutely fantastic question.
Yeah, I was curious as to why you think that the right wing is so obsessed with what people do in the bedroom.
Why are they so obsessed with it? Well, I mean, I think it depends which right wingers. For some, it's sort of religiously oriented. For some, it's sort of repressed feelings where they are so repressed in their sexuality that they want to dictate what other people are doing in the bedroom. I think it sort of depends on which brand or flavor of right winger you're talking about. What other combinations are there?
Well, I mean, and then you can attack it from different sides. There are the politicians who want nobody to have sex, it seems, unless you are very specifically procreating, and while you're married, of course.
Naturally.
And then there are the ones who say that, well, nobody who's gay can have sex with someone of the same sex. And for them, there is a lot of that repression. And we find out that many of those people who are the most, what's the word, passionately anti-gay,
Yeah.
do end up having gay feelings themselves. So it is there is a wide spectrum.
What's your assessment of where that obsession comes from?
I'm sorry, was that me?
Yeah. What's your take on what causes that obsession?
Yeah. Hell, I wish I knew. I mean,
It's a tough one to figure out, that's for sure.
the whole anti-gay thing just seems so antiquated. And
I know, it's
why
like,
do
who
they
even
keep
cares? It
talking
almost seems,
about it?
it's, for me, it makes such little sense to even be concerned with that. And I'm sort of being facetious here, but it's almost kind of quaint when someone is still against two guys being in a relationship where I'm like, wow, that's so kind of cute. It's like you're from years ago. You're not even really like a modern person. You know, what else do you believe that makes no sense? And I'm sort of kidding. Obviously, that type of ideology is still really hateful, but I just don't get how is anyone spending any time on being worried about two guys being together, you know?
Yeah, and I mean, I have two nieces. They're 11 and 14 years old, and they know gay couples, they know lesbian couples, and they don't think anything about it.
Oh
Nothing
yeah, I mean,
to
I
do
have a
with them.
12-year-old. I have a 12-year-old sister, and I've mentioned this. She has been relatively sheltered, fortunately, until recently about the fact that it's even controversial to have like two moms or two dads. She knows gay parents who have adopted. She knows she has friends at school who have a parent that was in a heterosexual relationship when they had my sister's friend, since then got divorced and now is in a same-sex relationship. She has barely any even awareness of the fact that how could someone could be angry about that or think that it's bad? What does that even mean? And I think it's just a sign of the times. You know, that generation, it truly, unless it's ingrained to them very aggressively by their parents, many of them don't even know about what's been going on around that issue in this country.
And I just kind of wonder, who do these politicians think they're appealing to? I mean,
Yeah, I mean, they're raising
A
money.
good deal of their base.
No.
You can still
moral
raise money
majority
around that
types,
issue.
really?
That's the thing.
That
That's
much
what's
of a
keeping it.
majority?
The last
Really?
vestiges of that are around because you're able to raise money from religious communities and in certain areas, but less so. And I think that's a good thing. All right. With that, that wraps up phone calls. Thanks so much for being our last caller today. Really, really appreciate it. We will take calls again, and the number will continue to be 617-830-4750. And with that, we will take a break.